Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. LW here. We are live from the office here at Ancient Oaks. Get the camera lined up a little bit. Make sure it's all set there. Everybody see me okay? Anyway, um, doesn't show. I think there might be a little bit of delay from when I start speaking to when actually people uh, can see me. But we're here and I'm going to go through some things. You can always come back to the our Facebook page and watch it the replay later. Uh, Facebook does keep a recording of it, so you can watch it later. It's also live on my YouTube channel, but I just checked a little bit ago, and apparently YouTube doesn't record it. One thing I may do in the near future, I there's a Vimeo or Vimeo, I forget how you pronounce it, account that I can record video to, and it can be kept on the web to be watched later. And that would be for the people that don't have Facebook. If you know anybody that wants to see these live or see the recording and doesn't have Facebook, uh, we can let them know about that and get them a recording or get it recording somewhere else also. So let's see. Oh, I need to open up the comments so I can see comments. And okay, thank you. Just got handed a piece of paper I was waiting on. So, uh, welcome to everyone. And just got a few things to go over. One thing to keep in mind, unfortunately, this last month or so, we have had a few people uh, pass away that here in Ancient Oaks. Um, since August, there's Dorothy McDermott passed away, Betty Bostrom, Teddy Fisher, Mike Emidus, Shirley Esterline, Mary Pearson, Arlene Pitch, Suzanne Marija. Just recently, the last couple of days, Roger Stewart and Charles Wint. Our thoughts and prayers to all the families of those that passed away, and just sad to hear the passing. Okay. Uh, well, Dee, I guess I can try to set up the. Dee has a comment. Um, Text reminder. I guess I would have to use the dial my calls to send it out in the morning. That'd be about the only way I could do that. And let's see. Barb's got a comment. All right. Okay. And back to my regular banner. On my banner here, for those that need to get a hold of me and don't remember or whatever, there is my email address for my company email account. Comes to this computer here in the office. So it only gets read during the week. And yeah, during the week when I'm here, not on the weekends. I don't have it sent to my phone or to my personal account. I just thought I'd let you know that. One thing, in case people have been wondering, uh, there are 5 residents on the canal that have contracted to have a seawall put in, and I've gotten county permits on that. Uh, Unfortunately, the contractor did not revise the with the soft floor waters management, and but he is doing that now, and we'll have the contract. Um, Not the contract, the permits all in place, revised and renewed next week for those 5 uh, owners that are putting a seawall in themselves. Slayton is doing that currently. So there's a little bit of note on that. I don't know if everybody's seen the pictures, the bathrooms, the ladies' bathroom at the clubhouse, and also the men's bathroom. We put new sinks in, or not? Yeah, we did put new sinks in. new hardware on the sinks, and the tiling's not done in the ladies' room yet. Still waiting on that portion to get done. But the stalls are back in. Most of the grab rails are back up in the ladies' room club in the clubhouse, and we'll put a couple more grab rails in the handicap one. Toilet paper dispensers back in there, so all ready to go. I think it's a big improvement from what it was. Also, the billiards room has gotten a makeover, paint and a little bit of fixing up, so it also looks very good. Last week, before my manager's Q&A, the exit gate had shared the pin in it, and the week before, and that was fixed last week. But also on the day after the exit gate was fixed, the entrance gate broke a bolt, and so it was down for Sunday, most of Sunday and part of Monday till we got a bolt replaced in it, but that was fixed. On my manager's report, I had to put that in there. Okay, yeah. The compactor, lost my train of thought there when I looked at the list and come back. The compactor broke down on like October 24th, and the repair folks came in to fix it. They said that something about the compactor was so old that it couldn't be repaired and couldn't get the parts to repair it. And they would Waste Management would probably replace it for us, and we'd hear from them. And I didn't hear from them. I placed many calls with them. Finally got through one way, and I did get a call back, and they said that sales would be getting a hold of me, and they still have it. So no word on when the compactor will be fixed. Not sure if they want sales to call me about getting a new one. That doesn't sound like it's going to be a cheap proposition. They're probably wanting to be in cruise. Right now we're paying $1,255 lease per month on the compactor. And if they want to put a new one in, I can't imagine that they'd lower the price, but we'll see what happens there. I'll be pressuring them to continue making calls till I find out what's happening with the compactor. Let me go back to the comments. Okay. We'll say hello to Jeanette. Nice to see you on. Dee Dee, an hour before going live. I guess Facebook, if you ask for the reminder, when you see that notice come up on your Facebook that we're having it, you can get a reminder from Facebook. But I've got plenty. I think we got plenty of credits with the dial my calls. I'll try to do the text message also. All right, and we'll hide that one. Okay, compactor. Next week, the bike rack pads should be poured by. I got Skip Elliott coming in and doing that in a couple of spots on the roadway, and then also where the sidewalk was broken when they installed the pickleball courts. We're going to get that section of sidewalk fixed. As a reminder, everyone, especially as we have people coming in and we got a little bit more people driving on the streets, the one-way streets are one way unless you have some type of overriding reason to go the wrong direction, like you're pulling in your unit and have to back in a certain way. Golf carts, cars, trucks, please obey the one-way signs and only go the correct directions. I have asked the board to look at our shed requirements and rules and guidelines for the sheds. Back when the park was built in 1983, they wanted it all to look at the rough, oak or cedar, rough sawn look for the park, which is fine. But the wood deteriorates here, the Florida weather. Design design, how do you say, motifs or whatever has changed since 1983. And so I've had to ask them to look at the revising the shed rules to be able to allow for other materials, because with the new requirements, them having to meet the county for doors and everything on the sheds, the design, the original design is not applicable. You have to have engineer drawings if you're going to build your own. And from what I understand, I was told that if you had one of our current size sheds built at the 5x7 size, it would cost almost $4,000 or more than that. And then the wood in here in Florida deteriorates, and we're having problems getting everything fixed. So I asked the board to look at that. And there's a couple other things that have been on the rules ever since 1983. And going to take a look at that, several of those, and maybe come up with some changes in the rules, the bylaws and the rules and regulations and the guidelines that need to be brought up to date and revised. Appreciate that the board is going to take that on. As I was mentioning earlier about this live broadcast is also on YouTube at the moment, because I believe if you don't have a Facebook account, you can't watch it on Facebook. It is live on YouTube, and then we'll maybe put it on another spot like Vimeo, where you don't have to have an account to watch it. I don't think you can post. There's another video site called Rumble. I don't know if you can put live streams there, but I can put videos there. If anybody thinks that we should be on any other social media site, I don't know if anybody uses Getter or Telegram, and whichever sites can use, or you can post videos and messages. Give me a note if you need to see it somewhere else. I'm going to look over my manager's report that I did for the month. Back at the beginning of the month, I might have mentioned it in my other manager's Q&A. And our next door neighbor, Ferreira, came and worked on the bank and the canal between our properties and got it much neater. And we're trying to keep the cows out of there for the moment till they grass gets back there. Okay, that was about the sinks, the stall dividers. Okay, that was about when Tammy held down the fort while I was on vacation. Did a great job, and also thanks to Paula Wilcox and Sherry Boggs coming up and helping her also. The dividers took a little bit longer to get done in the clubhouse bathroom, because when they came in, there was a couple parts missing and a couple parts the wrong size, but the contractor got that completed. We have a chlorine analyzer back at the water plant that was an old technology. We had it fixed once and it's gone bad, and it looks like in order to get a new one, it's going to be about $6,600 to get a new up-to-date one. The obsolete ones, they don't make parts for anymore, so can't get it fixed. We did shut down the pool one day for a possible contamination. We got it cleaned up and taken care of. This is about the compactor. And unfortunately, I don't know how many others of you know, but the current supply line process is the COVID throughout the world. And I can't say that the current administration is helping out anything along the supply lines. We did have a excess capacity of excess. We were producing enough of our own oil that we were exporting it. We weren't importing it. Since the new administration is in, now we are back to importing it. And I heard on the news the other day, oil is back up to $90 a barrel. In England, their natural gas has gone up 250%. And they've got companies that are shutting down because they cannot produce parts, at least at the current expense. in many countries, and then even ours. Truck drivers are in short supply because of the mandates for vaccines. People not wanting to get that and not complying there, and so there's less truck drivers. And then also the 14-day quarantines if you end up in the what do you call it, in contact with anybody who may have had COVID, and so they're having big problems getting freight moved around. I just got handed a note. Kathy handed me a note. FP&L. I'm down on block. That'd be block 21. They are having to put a new pedestal in, and a bunch of your neighbors are going to be cut off too, as they have to shut off the power and reroute it so they get that new pedestal in. Got a new part model going in on they're on block 21. Gates, okay. We said many residents. We've seen a fair amount of people coming in from up north. Please remember to check in so we can change your address in the top system. And then also, when you leave, to do the same thing. Encourage everybody to create, if you have internet, create your own. You've gotten an email. If you had an email on file, create your own account, online account within the tops, and you can see your account, check on your account. This time, Tammy told me that the automatic withdrawal may be a couple days late this month, as the going from the one system to the other, and this is the first draw with the tops on the ACH. So allow an extra day or two if it doesn't show up immediately. But once again, you've gotten an invite. If we had a valid email address, you've gotten an invite to the top system. That is a legitimate email, and get on there and create your online account, and that way you can look up stuff. I am starting to send out letters in regards to that original blanket letter that we sent in that packet we sent a couple weeks ago, of people who need their landscaping weeded and their house pressure washed and any other thing to become that neat and attractive appearance for our park. Remind people, if you put in landscaping, not only does it need to be cleaned up while you're here, while you're gone, you need to get somebody to take care of that for you. All right. That is about it on the things that I had wrote down. Do we have any questions from anybody? I don't see anybody, at least on my end, have asked a question yet. Please be aware of, I don't know at what point you can see all the questions, if you can see the comments also on your device. But if you're watching this on a replay, somehow the Facebook, my access to the page to see comments and messages through the Ancient Oaks is difficult. So got a question after on the replay. That's why I put the manager. Let's see if I can get my finger there. There we go. Manager at aoaks.net. Send it that way, and then I'll be able to give you a answer. Can you give the website for tops? I signed up for the email I received, but couldn't get on it. Tammy has said that many people are getting on it just fine and dandy. You might start over again and make sure you read the screens as you go along. Very possibly, and I've done it many times myself, they'll have a button somewhere that I forgot to check off or something, and like checking off an agreement that I agreed to this, and you wouldn't be able to get on. I will check with Tammy as far as, and I'll put it in the comments here if there is a website, or I'll put it on the Facebook page as a post on the website. Recycle. We're still having problems with people putting bags in the recycle bin. Very likely, I've checked with the board. Very likely we will end that program. It is just too expensive for us. And not only the amount of money that we pay Waste Management, but basically in lost time with the employees, it costs us over $400 a month just to make sure that nothing wrong gets in there, and it just is not cost effective. Okay. And we got about 13 people, so we had a high of about 20. Are there any other questions that people have had about this year? I didn't check the COVID stats. Okay, let's get mine out there. As far as the Barb has a question on both. It doesn't matter when there's two here at the beginning of the week. Trash is taken on Fridays. We have two open dumpsters. Either one is fine because they'll get emptied on Friday. But on Friday, if you go back there and there is one that is empty and one that is full or almost full, put your trash in the full one because that is going out next. If you put it in the empty one, it won't go out to the week later and has already started filling up and going to, how do you say, if we have an excess amount of trash, it will fill up quicker. So on Fridays, put your trash in the one that already has a large amount of trash in it. And then that way we get the most bang for our buck on the trash. Okay. And then we've got one from here. Dennis has added the recent postings under aoaks.net under family and friends. And that would probably, I think Dennis is also referring to that the people that have passed away and there are links there that would be under family and friends. I did have somebody ask me, we may have to revise the page a little bit on classified listings for places for sale or rent. You go to and Park Anemones, pronouncing that correctly, and then that first time you see it, under that and at the bottom, it has the classified for the sale and the rental of the properties. If you hit the Park Anemones the second time, you go to different pictures and all the stuff that's the park provides. So from the main page, Park Amenities, and then scroll down to that first bin you get, and that'll have the classified for the places for sale rent. The house that was that we foreclosed on 31-7 is up for sale. If you're interested in it, we can arrange for you to look at it, and we really want that place to move. And looks like a very good. I think it's a beautiful spot on the canal there, and so we want them. If you're interested, let us know. You can be able to get a look at it. Okay. Let's see. I got the note about the electric. That. Trying to get. I got a note here. We're trying to get information about lighting for the light up the pool. So that the pool would be open for longer hours. Originally, when lighting was first proposed for the pool, fixtures were heavy and dangerous, and now with the LED technology, it's changed, and so we're looking at doing that. You have any suggestions, things you'd like to see? Hit me at the manager at aoaks.net. We'll try to answer questions. If we have suggestions for improvements or otherwise, trying to make this park as beautiful as it can be, and staying within the budget. Check with Tammy. We're still doing very good money wise, and our age balances, we are really getting that down. Very few people left on it, and we're working with them. Still got one person that we haven't heard from in a while, but is that. Dennis asked, do we have a date for the shuffleboard course resurfaced yet? No, I okayed the preliminary. We had to pay them half the amount up front first to get them going on it, but they have not given me a start date yet. Hopefully, they do not have a problem getting supplies. Donna asked, what lighting at pool, inside or outside? This would be outside around the pool. Right now, the pool is required, the health department, I think it's the health department, whichever, some department requires us that we don't have enough lighting to, if somebody was to be down in the bottom of the pool, there has to be a certain amount of light at the surface of the pool. It's called 30 lux on the surface of the pool. And so we're looking at increasing the lighting at the pool outside so that if people wanted to swim after dark, which shortly here in November, that's going to be right around 6 o'clock, it's dark. And to extend the hours of being able to swim and gather around the pool. Does that answer your question, Donna? That'd be outside and around the pool. Okay. Any other questions? Let's see, make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, Donna said yes. Okay, thanks. Reminder that the annual elections will be, which day? It's like a Wednesday in January. Joel Creech has that, but it's a few months away yet, so I don't have the exact date down. I guess I'll have to get it put down here. For our Canadian residents, I'll be getting over with Tammy. You will be receiving your packet ahead of time. We'll mail that out at least the 60 days in advance. That packet takes longer to get to you. Those that have email, that we can email you the list of candidates that would be the actual ballot to put in the packet to return. We will mail that email that to you on the as soon as we can, between that 34 and 30 days, or 34 and 14 days. We'll email that to you. The Canadian residents, we will also, if you don't have the email, we will put the ballot in a first class envelope. So it'll just be one piece of paper, and I believe first class mail will get through quicker. But unfortunately, I saw where the U.S. Post Office is trying to save money, and mail is going to actually take longer to get to you. Hooray! So we will do our best we can to get everything mailed out ahead of time. If we have to, some people complain that we didn't follow our bylaws, that the mail at the 30 days, the Section 18 says as long as it's 14 days in advance to mail out. What had been going on for a number of years, I don't know when it started, that we would allow the people that are here come pick up their ballots rather than spending the money to mail them. But they insisted that we have to get them out in that 30-day window. Then it will cost us a couple $100 extra, but we'll get them out in that 30 days. Depends on how that goes. But for the Canadian ones, the mail's going to be even slower this year. So hopefully the border's open, and the Canadians that want to come down here will be able to make it. Okay, we've run about a half hour already, so I'll wait just a second, see if there's any other questions. Excuse me while I take a drink. Sorry about that. Well, that looks like about it. I appreciate everybody that has gotten on. And then also you tell your friends they can catch the replay. That's it's not in lieu of the manager's report, but you'll do this. We'll do this next Friday, which will be the 15th, Friday the 15th at 1 o'clock. We'll plan on that. And everybody have a great day. Take care. Be safe, live long and prosper. Thanks, Paula. Appreciate it.